Sorry to keep you waiting. My name is Susan Berishaj. I'm a admissions consultant from C Admissions, New York City-based admissions firm. I'm an alumnus of NYU and Yale, and have been a coach for over 5 years, helping applicants gain admission to top-ranked institutions. Tonight, we have with us representatives from Carlson, Rotman, Tuck, and Tepper, who have so generously given us their time to talk about their programs. And we'll start that session by essentially asking them to introduce themselves. The other challenge that I have for each one of you is, just like you asked the applicants to introduce themselves in a very limited number of words, I would like for you to just, in one sentence, tell us a unique thing about your program in your introduction. Before I hand off the sort of mic to you, I would like to remind everyone that if you haven't registered for the Zoom small group sessions, please do so. There is a link on the YouTube channel comment or chat section. So please register there, and you'll be able to receive the information you need to access those platforms in the later session. So why don't we start with Jennifer, and then we'll go down the line.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Slazinski. I work at the University of Minnesota at Carlson School of Management. I represent the MBA programs and specialty master's programs. I would say a unique thing about our program, in one sentence, is we have a very unique experiential learning opportunity, the most robust I think you'll find, 14 weeks of live projects with our companies.
Imran, go ahead, introduce.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. My name is Imran Kanga. I'm the Director of Recruitment and Admissions at the Rotman School of Management, which is at the University of Toronto. One unique thing about our program is, in addition to Jennifer, you stole my thunder, over 1,000 experiential learning opportunities for our students is our integrative thinking and model-based problem-solving approach that really gives our students agility in their thinking and problem-solving.
Thank you. Megan?
Hi everyone, welcome. Excited to be here with you all tonight. My name is Megan Creedon. I am Assistant Director for Yield at the Tuck School. I'm having a hard time choosing just one thing to share, but kind of maybe along the experiential learning theme, I'll share that Tuck has a global requirement as part of our curriculum. We're one of a handful of schools that kind of have that requirement. So pretty just a distinguishing feature of our program and something we're excited about at the Tuck School. So thanks again for being here.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is Jackie Otto. I'm from the Tepper School of Business at Carnegie Mellon University, located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And something unique about the Tepper School and our MBA program is that we teach students how to solve problems where there is no precedent by using leadership and analytics. And excited to talk more about the Tepper School. And again, glad you're here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for that. You kept to the word limit. I have some questions prepared for you, and I will let you decide who wants to go first. So as we think about, so as our applicants or as our viewers are thinking about applying to round 2 or round, next year, maybe you can give us a little bit of an introduction of your program, and then also talk about why should they choose your program, but also why now is the right time to apply to business school, given everything that's happening around the world. So whoever wants to go first.
Okay, I guess I can get started. Briefly tell us about your MBA program. So Rotman's full-time MBA is a 20-month full-time program, 16 months of courses or curriculum and a 4-month internship, which is mandatory for all students. And it's usually done in the summer term, but students have the ability to do it at any point in their second year. So it's a flexible internship program. The mission statement for not just the program, but Rotman in general, is to deliver a transformational experience to our students. I mean, that's a very broad statement, but I think, you know, the experiential learning opportunities that I mentioned a few minutes ago, along with our very rigorous curriculum and model-based thinking, and 15 different areas of specialization, really deliver on that transformational promise. Something unique about our program also, or advantageous, I would say, is our location. So Rotman is located at the very heart of downtown Toronto, which currently is North America's fastest growing city. We're not only one of the most multicultural cities in the world, but also recently been coined as Tech North, with a lot of Silicon Valley jobs moving north for various different reasons. Won't get into that now. We've been ranked by both KPMG and EY as one of the top 3 cities for opportunity for young professionals. So a wonderful place to live and to work and build a career.
Awesome. Can you share a little bit why now is the right time for
that's a very personal question. I did think about that before this panel, and really there's no right time. There is a right time for everyone to do the MBA or to do a master's degree. Now may not be the right time for everyone, but it certainly is for some. But that's an individual question. So I don't know if I can answer that.
Thank you. Let's just go with Jennifer.
I can go. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can go. So at the University of Minnesota, actually pretty similar to Toronto, we're in the metropolitan area. We're actually located in the Twin Cities, which is the St. Paul and Minneapolis. So combined, they make up quite a larger metropolitan area. We have 16 Fortune 500 companies and 6 Global 500 companies. So there's a lot of business activity happening in the Twin Cities, which we're very fortunate. They are very involved in investing in our campus and with our students, professional development, networking, and on-campus recruiting. We're a 2-year program, and talked a little bit about our experiential learning that's built in. We too also have a global experience requirement and 8 specializations. I would say our most popular are agribusiness and medical industry. And that's just really reflective of what's in our backyard. We have really great CPG companies, really strong healthcare companies. So if that's an industry you're interested in, definitely consider them after. I think why now, Imran is right. It's a personal question, but I also think a global pandemic could be like the best or worst time. I'm not sure. I think the best time in the sense that think about the conversations you're going to have, think about the experiences that you're going to have, the research that's coming out of some of these great institutions we have here, the faculty members that are invested in all the different industries. I think it'll be a very unique time to come out inside of my MBA program during this period of time. But it's totally a personal preference, but I would encourage you to think about some of the unique aspects of going to school now.
Absolutely. And it's also, businesses are going to be looking for different type of leaders that need to be ready for challenges that come our way as a result of what is happening now. They need to be ready. So I think this may be a good time. Jackie, maybe you want to go next?
Yeah, thank you. So the vision and the mission of Tepper is really to create leaders in a changing world by technology, innovation, and we're creating ethical leaders. Our program focuses on analytics and leadership, and it has since the beginning in 1949. I know it's definitely a popular buzzword when you think about business schools, analytics and leadership, and that's really been a part of who we are and who we have been from the very beginning. And as much as we're strong in teaching our students how to use analytics, I think that people forget that you can learn how to be a leader too. And with our Accelerate Leadership Center, we're teaching students who maybe have not had those leadership skills or experiences yet to really make an impact. And they can do that at the Tepper School while they're an MBA student. So when they're ready to graduate, they're making waves right away. Our program is taught by Tepper faculty, and the curriculum is the same if you're considering a part-time online hybrid or part-time on campus or the full-time program. So it's the same degree, same education, same qualifications that you get, but taught at a convenience for people who aren't able to leave their jobs quite yet. And something else about us, it's a top 20 business program. It's personalized. It's a smaller school than most of the top 20 business programs, where you get a lot of one-on-one attention from the Master's Career Center, your leadership coach, student services, and the alumni network is very strong as well, because you know everybody and they know you as well. And the question about why now or why not now, honestly, it's a great time to get your education. The world's going to look very different by the time students graduate, and you'll be ready with new set of skills and leadership opportunities to make a difference. And so, yeah, the opportunity costs are a little different now. So I think it's a great time to get an education if you're ready. And round two, there's plenty of time for a lot of our schools for the application deadline. So don't underestimate yourself and your ability to get your application done before the round two deadline.
Thank you, Jackie.
And I can jump in, kind of rounding out the group here. So our mission statement at Tech is Tech develops wise, decisive leaders who better the world through business. Kind of to the question of why now, I think kind of the mission statement says that all in a lot of ways. Right now we're living in this unique global moment, and we need these types of leaders now more than ever. Who can bridge functional expertise and empathy and arrive at the right decisions and craft a vision for the future, really. So in so many ways, I think now is exactly the right time to be considering an MBA and the skill set and the way of thinking that brings. I think a key part of that sentence too is better the world through business. Our MBA grads apply their skill set to so many different industries. And I think we see them really bringing kind of that expertise and that way of thinking to so many different paths, from healthcare to tech to social impact to financial institutions. And we need kind of that thought leadership right now. Kind of a little bit about the day-to-day at Tech and what informs how we deliver our program. I think really three big things deliver how we think about delivering our program at Tech: scale, location, and focus on the MBA. We only have a 2-year full-time MBA at Tech, so everything is oriented around that experience. We're a pretty immersive program. I think that's also aided by our location and our scale. We're among the smallest of top MBA programs. We enroll about 285 students each year. So you really get to know your peers. You're not a student ID number at Tech. You're very much a face and a name that we know. And then our location too, we're located in Hanover, New Hampshire, which, unlike some of these cities present in the room, is a little more rural. We're about 2.5 hours north of Boston, a small town, almost known as from Hanover. So you're kind of coming into this environment with folks who are really excited to make connections, get to know each other. And I think that sense of closeness kind of continues throughout your lifetime as part of the Tech network. So a few things that just kind of define how we think about the program and the experience that our students have.
Thank you. Thank you all. I apologize that I kind of had some technical issues and we started late, so we're keeping with the timeline. I want to just ask, I guess, one question, or that maybe you can all address briefly. What are some of the things, because you will all go in your own separate Zoom room, so applicants are able to ask you individual questions. But if you think about sort of the applicants that are generally speaking, what advice would you give applicants who are considering applying to round two as they prepare? What essentially some tips you can give them briefly? Jackie.
I would say at Tepper, go through the Chart Your Path process. It's an opportunity that's laid out for you to learn about the school, the program, the resources, the experience our students have, and you get a fee waiver if you go through the process. So there's an incentive there. But take time to get to know the school and why it's a good fit for you. We're looking to find good students, and you're looking to find a great business school So take time to learn from the students that are in the program, or ask us to connect you with alumni, look through LinkedIn, really take your time to do some research.
That's great advice. Everyone needs to do that for every school. Megan, let's go back to you.
Yeah, sure. I'll echo exactly what Jackie said. I think, we've all kind of pivoted in our new virtual world to think about creative ways to show you our programs and what the fit and the culture is like at our different schools. So take the time to, sample those events, check out our blogs, connect with our students and our alumni. I'll also add to kind of more broadly to the admissions process. A phrase I always like to come back to is do your homework. And I think, really do the hard work of introspection that we ask you to do through these application processes. I think it serves you well in the admissions process, but also when you start in a program to really think critically about why an MBA is right for you, why right now, why the specific schools you're applying to. So I think utilize those resources, but also kind of, do your homework in assessing kind of your own reasons for looking at the MBA.
Absolutely. Great. Jennifer.
Those are all great points. Those are both things I was going to say. So the third thing I would add is just be authentic in your application process. This doesn't just go for round 2. This, of course, goes for all the application rounds. So as you're thinking about putting your application together, you're thinking about your school, and you're thinking about your career goals, make sure that who you are is shining through. Make sure you're connecting the dots for us as to why you want an MBA program, that you're doing your research. But at the end of the day, be you. You want students who come from all backgrounds, who want to play. You want students who will make up a diverse class, who will contribute. And so that's different for everyone. You just need to know your story.
Thank you, Susan. The only thing I'll add, my panelists here have covered most of it, but another great way of doing research is to get in touch with admissions. We actually offer a pre-application appointment for anyone who wants to apply to the program. So please take advantage of that. Our admissions team wants you to put your best foot forward, and so we'll go through your resume, the different pieces of your application, and give you tips on areas of improvement and give you that guidance. So please take advantage of that. We're also doing virtual class visits. Our classes are online for this term. But that hasn't stopped our class visits. So please get in touch with us again and experience for yourself what it's like to be in a classroom. Right now it's virtual. It won't be next year, but really that's the best way you can get a sense of what it's like to be in the environment. So take advantage.
Thank you. So if I can just recap all of the sentiments here, it's that you should be authentic, you should be really learning about the school, take advantage of the opportunities that the school offer you to get to know them and have them sort of help you through this process and answering any of the questions that you may have before you submit your applications. Thank you so much. All of you for joining us, for answering the questions. I know we were tight on time, and you did wonderfully. For everyone watching, please join the different schools that you're interested in the Zoom private room, and they'll be able to answer your specific questions that you may have. Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.